Today, we're launching CNBC Cures, a new initiative focused on raising awareness of rare diseases and improving the lives of people who have them. Rare diseases impact tiny patient populations. There are thousands of individual diagnoses, but collectively, 1 in 10 Americans lives with a rare disease. Half of them are children. My daughter, Kaylee, is one of them. She was diagnosed with a neurodevelopmental condition called SynGAP 1 6 years ago. Learning how to parent a child with a rare disease changed our world in ways that we could have never imagined. Up until now, I've chosen to keep this part of my life mostly separate from my life here at CNBC, but that changes today. I sat down with my husband and CNBC colleague, senior executive producer Matt Quayle, to tell our story, starting from our first shock at Kaylee's initial diagnosis.
And then you start to peel back and worry about what might not happen for her. And I remember at first thinking, okay, being mad when he said maybe she's not going to be a Fortune 500 CEO. And then thinking, if we could just get her to college, that would be great. And then thinking, well, she doesn't have to go to college. If she can just find something that she loves doing. And then you start rolling it back, and it's like, if she can just walk, if she can just talk, if she can just find a friend.
I want to say it was the first birthday party. It felt like a wake.
And now for the green opening.
There was something so wrong with it. And we knew we were trying to be happy, and we were trying to celebrate it.
Happy birthday to you.
But she couldn't blow out the candle, right? Like that, we weren't there yet. And she wasn't able to do that, so we kind of faked it because we wanted to make it feel like it was normal. And it wasn't normal, and we knew it.
Fast forward to when we got the diagnosis. It was just before Kaylee turned 3, right? It was September of 2019. And so it's just before Kaylee turned 3 and just before COVID.
I remember where we were. It's like one of those moments you know exactly where you were. We were driving on 9W. We got the phone call. We pulled over into an office building right by CNBC's headquarters, and we pulled into the back parking lot. Still know, every time I drive by that building, that's the first thing I think about, is sitting in that parking lot crying, but at least there was an answer, a little bit. But the answer was not very clear because it was we didn't know what SynGAP was. Nobody knew what SynGAP was.
And our neurologist didn't know what it was. Had to look it up and said, you'll probably know more about this. It was a Friday. You'll probably know more about this by the end of the weekend than we do.
Yeah, she went into immediate, reporter mode. Immediate. Like she was calling, she was researching, she got people on the phone, she's getting doctors on the phone. We're gathering an awful lot of information because at least finally we have some kind of, direction.
SynGAP is a protein that your brain needs for its development. Kaylee has one good functioning SynGAP gene and one that is not functioning. And so she has about half the protein she needs of the SynGAP protein for brain development. Kids who have SynGAP, most of them have autism. Virtually all of them have seizures. They have developmental delays.
Oh, yeah.
There are behaviors that are associated with it, and intellectual disability. That's what SynGAP is.
Ring around the rosies.
Because of the lack of protein, the only way that any of us can learn, right, is for that electronic signal to go from one side of the brain to the other, and it implants in your brain, and that's the memory. And because she only has half the protein, right, only half the amount of signals go through, so her memory, she can't build memories the way other kids can build memories. So as a result, you can't learn. You learn everything based on memories.
She
does, but it's at a much slower pace.
But it just takes repetition. It takes a lot of repetition.
6, good job.
Kaylee also has apraxia, which means she understands so much. She understands exactly what's happening, She can't always make her body do what she wants to do. She can't always make the words come out the way she wants the words to come out. She can't make sounds come out necessarily the way she wants them to come out because there's rewiring in the brain.
Can I get a kiss with you?
So why tell this story now? Well, because we've learned so much about rare disease over the last 6.5 years. Most importantly, that rare isn't actually all that rare at all. There are 30 million Americans with a rare disease, as many as 400 million people around the globe, and there's a lot that we can learn from each other. We are really proud of the CNBC Cures initiative, and we're working on several ways to get the word out. For more about Kaylee, please check out our new podcast series. The first episode of The Path with Becky Quick is out right now, wherever you listen to podcasts. The video podcast of The Path will be out on YouTube as well, and you can scan the QR code that's on the bottom of your screen right now. It'll take you right there to listen. I'm going to be talking to doctors, innovators, and parents like me and Matt, all of us trying to connect the dots to lead to better treatments or potential cures. You can also visit cnbc.com/cures and join the conversation. You can sign up for the CNBC Cures newsletter. That's going to be out weekly starting today, advancing awareness and understanding of the world of rare diseases. You can get all of the latest news and compelling stories of innovation right in your inbox. And we are announcing a live in-person event in New York City on March 3rd. This inaugural conference will kick us off on getting the right people in the room to make a difference. You can go to cnbcevents.com/cures to register.
Oh, my goodness, you are courageous.
Right? And you do as much as you can for Kaylee, obviously, and then once you go beyond that, you say, I'm going to just tackle the whole
Do it for everybody.
thing.
Well, the thing that I realized is CNBC is such a great platform
that's
because
amazing,
we
too.
have the people who really can
Right.
make a difference.
And they were
with this. Our
immediately
viewers-
open to this
Yeah.
idea and
Yeah,
didn't
they
even
were.
hesitate.
Look, our
Casey,
viewers are investors, are biotech and pharmaceutical executives. They are regulators and legislators, and those are the people we need to make a difference on this front. Because the crazy thing about rare disease is it feels like such a lonely
You've been
path.
thinking about doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's been over a year that we've been working on it, but it took me a while to figure out, first, to make sure we got Kaylee in a good place. Second, to kind of see the similarities between so many of these communities of rare disease. And look, we're the fortunate ones. I was able to get my calls returned. I've met so many other people who don't have that sort of advantage. And it's a community that really, really needs help.
I'm still trying to figure out SynGAP. I didn't know that much about it. So you can't have one.
I misspoke on that. She has one good allele, one bad allele.
That's what I mean. So you need you need both copies to make enough.
To make 100%. Now she's got
So what
50%
protein?
of the
What protein is it? SynGAP.
It's called SynGAP.
And it can't pass the blood-brain. You can't get it in there.
No. Now there are therapies that we've been working on. A lot of people have an ASO therapy that could increase production. An antisense oligonucleotide.
Oh, yeah. Oligonucleotide.
Yeah.
Antisense.
So there are
to
therapies.
produce it in the brain.
They're working on them. We could be in phase 1 trial development
Well, that's
as
an
early as
exciting
this
thing.
year, potentially.
This is the time to launch this because we're right on the.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There are scientific changes and advances that are happening so quickly because of AI and because of advances that with not only CRISPR, but ASO therapies and other things too.
Yeah.
But getting those therapies
Right.
from the lab to the arms of patients is really complicated because when you're dealing with such a small community, there are only 1,700 people in the world who've been identified with SynGAP. When she was first diagnosed, there were only 1,000. We're getting better at diagnosing these things and finding out that people have these diseases, and we're getting better at scientific advances. And if we can kind of get the word out, I think we can help lots of
Well,
different
I
people.
think you're going to get the word out this morning, and I think there's a lot of people who are going to, look at that.
That was when she was very young. I couldn't believe she smiled that early. But yeah,
I think you're going to build a
Kaylee's
remarkable
joy
community.
and a wonderful, wonderful child, and so are her siblings.
I remember the
Care of her.
the researcher or MD that had a child with the disease and found a cure.
John Crowley.
Yeah.
You're thinking of John Crowley, who, by the way, we spoke with and sat down. He's part of the stories that we've done with this.
And that's
He not only found a cure for his 2 children who had this disease, he went on to find other cures and just sold his company for $4 billion. He was a marketing executive who turned full focus into this. There was a movie that was made about him, but John Crowley is one of the people we've sat down and spoken with.
and
about
like
this.
you, he wanted to cure his kids, but he also wanted to
Help other people.
help everyone.